It has been quite a while since I've done a junk journal video, and this morning I decided to jump on the train called No So November. It is a monthly challenge being hosted by Meg Journals on YouTube. She is a wonderful creator of junk journals and ephemera and mixed media art, and I follow her. And I was watching one of her videos today, and she showed her journal that she's using for No So November. So I decided to create a journal out of this Amazon packaging. Well, actually, it's not Amazon packaging, it's just some packaging I received the other day. So in this video, so far you saw me just tearing it apart, and now I folded it in half, and I'm getting a nice crease, and then I'm folding it in half again because the width of the packaging is 16 inches. So I'm going to get 4-inch strips from folding it in half twice. So I'm just getting my creases done right here. I'm checking the measurements. It's 4 inches, give or take, and doing my creases so I get nice crisp creases because I'm actually going to rip this apart. I'm not even going to use scissors. I love to rip paper. And I did speed up this section of the video just because it's pretty intuitive in what I'm doing. And I'm just folding it on itself the other way to get even a better crisp crease. So next part of the video, I'm just going to rip it apart with my metal ruler. I love using this versus a paper cutter or even scissors because it rips nice and clean, and even if the edges aren't clean, that's fine. I just not a perfectionist. My junk journaling is kind of on the messy, sloppy side, and that's how I prefer it. I'm not really too concerned if I have jagged edges. I love jagged edges. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just ripping the 4 strips of paper, and then I am going to put together an accordion style junk journal, which is so easy to create. I'm just going to connect the pieces of paper with some masking tape, and that's what I'm going to show you in this part of the video. I think this masking tape's probably like 2 inches wide, maybe, and I'm just putting it on the seams. I'm just joining 2 sections together and adding the tape. And it's so easy, actually. It's really, I don't know what more to say other than I'm just adding the sections together with tape. And then when I'm done with this part of the video, I'm going to go ahead and fold it into an accordion. I will leave Meg's channel link down below because she made a different type of journal. She made hers out of little envelopes. They almost look like little cash envelopes, and it's a very pretty journal. And then she covered her journal with pretty printed cardboard that she had from like packaging from something that she had bought. And I will show you what I cover my cover with on this journal once I get through this part of connecting all the tape layers together, all the strips together. So in this part of the video, I am folding the accordion back and forth, just getting it nice and crisp. And each page is like 4 inches wide as well because I'm folding along the fold lines from when I cut out the strips. So that's what I did in this part of the video. The next part of the video, I am moving into decorating the cover and doing the first day prompt, which is layers. I decided to decorate the cover with little collages that I had recently made. This is my little scrap basket. So I am cutting up one of my collages, and I actually made it a little bit bigger than the cover on purpose because I really liked the images on it and I wanted to keep a lot of it on. I'm gluing it down with fabric tack because it's pretty sturdy glue, and this is kind of a thicker cardboard, and I'm just pressing in the glue right now. I also like to stamp and color in my stamps, and that's what I'm doing right here. I'm cutting them out, little mushrooms and gnomes, and I'm inking some scrap paper, and this is all for the inside cover, so I like to decorate that. And that's what I'm doing in this part of the video. You're going to see the No Sew November little cover sheet, and here are the prompts for every day that I'm pasting into the inside cover. And then I'm going to add the little mushrooms and the gnome, and just a cute decoration for the inside cover before I start the first prompt. And that's what I'm doing right here. Again, I'm just using all little scraps that I have in my collective scrap bin, things I know I'm going to use later on. And then I just pat it down with this actually little metal tin. I decided to cut out a tab from the extra paper I had from cutting up the collage, and I'm going to put the tab on a little flap that will flap over the cover, using fabric tack to tape it to a little flap of the brown paper packaging, and using a clip to hold it in so the glue dries nicely. And I'm just writing the word create right here because I'm going to glue it inside that little flap. I thought it would make a nice little accent piece to have it right there in the cover. So since the first day of the prompt, day one, is layers, I decided to make some layers of gesso. And I just really did it on the first page, did a drop of it on the cover, and then here you see I do some of it on the folds of the paper. And then I'm putting a sentiment on the cover, back to the cover now. And the sentiment says, imperfection is a form of freedom, which is actually very true in my life. Now that everything is dry, I just can't leave the layer just so naked, so I decided to collage it with some more scrap pieces of paper I have where I had either stamped or used watercolors or little texture paste things. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just ripping all the little pieces down and I'm gluing it on top of my layer of white gesso. So really, to me, day one is layer and collage because I just couldn't have a blank page. I needed to collage it. And that's what I'm doing right here. I'm just going to go ahead and glue everything down. I did heavily edit this part of the video because so you don't have to see like all my indecision points and me placing things around and trying to figure things out. This is after I had figured everything out when I start gluing. And I'm still not quite satisfied yet. So I go ahead and I do a little bit more. I stamp a number 1 on there because it's the first day. And I have to break out the watercolor pencils in my little watercolor brush and paint in that dragonfly. I paint it pink to correspond with the pink papers, and just smudging it around, not really caring if it's perfect. And then I'm painting some green on the dragonfly's body, and then I use green to outline the dragonfly and do some accents on the page. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm going to do some little green dots. And after I do the green dots, I'm still not satisfied, so I take some of my acrylic markers and gel pens and I'm making more accent dots. And of course I gotta mess with that dragonfly a little bit more, make it a little bit more sparkly until I'm satisfied, and I am satisfied with the look. And that's what I'm going to show you right now is everything I did for No Sew November. Those are my inside page and page 1. I really liked how that came out. Took me longer to film, but I do heavy editing, so I don't have to show you over an hour's worth of work. And here's the cover page, which I'm also happy with. I think this project is going to be a great way to use up a lot of scraps and just have fun and play. So I'll be posting videos periodically throughout the channel. I'm going to hopefully try to do every day and show you my progress. Thanks for watching, guys. I so appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.